Okay, let's yeet the place out into existence.
It sounds so unnatural coming from you. I don't know why.
I need all the police in the world. I need armed police. I need military support. People wanna play? We'll play. None of this reserves kind of crap. Let's get spy agencies as well, because I am not dying. I love that the armed police has already got submachine guns. Wonderful.
I don't know what my favourite Joker meme is. I don't know if it's fucking deserve tattooed on my forehead or like anything that came from Dark Knight.
That's a hard one.
like the my father, that whole thing.
Now, you remind me of my father. Yeah. Fucking... I would probably say the Goofy one, because that's brilliantly done.
I know.
Like...
But the
just...
tattoo to the forehead thing is just so applicable to every situation. The only time I ever really think of the Goofy thing is when John intentionally, I think, goes,
Shuck and deserve.
Whereas the tattoo forehead thing is like, oh, well, how do I know you have
Maybe.
X if it's not tattooed to your forehead? It's so applicable and just so run into the ground that it's become even more funny to me now because people are so fed up of it.
So...
Public libraries. Let's get some public libraries in die.
Because, well, I mean, that scene... There's different versions of that scene which are also good. I think maybe the Winnie the Pooh one and Thingy is great. Probably one of the best versions of that. The one we've damaged, it can be applied to a lot of things.
Literally anything.
And it's funny because it's like, it's not so much of a meme in a sense that there's many memes of it out there. But it's like, you can put that and you know what you mean kind of thing.
Yeah, like the idea itself is what the meme is. It's the idea that like we wouldn't have known that Joker was a quote unquote damaged person without having a tattoo on his forehead. We wouldn't have possibly known that he was an insane person without having it fucking written on him. Like, yeah, Arthur Fleck is not. We don't. How do I know he's mentally ill if he doesn't have damage written on his head? Like that's the meme. The meme is that idea, the subtlety or lack thereof. Of the whole thing.
Yeah. Bad character design.
Layers to it. I like it.
And I like anything that Heath Ledger did because that's just a fucking classic. And
especially when he was fucking that guy in the tent.
Yeah. Oh man, that was.
It's got that on repeat.
That still sits with me in a very comfy area.
Yeah,
I don't remember that bit in the movie. What do you mean?
The thing is, Guy, we don't actually know if you're gay or not because you don't have a tattoo to your forehead.
Best not then, just in case.
But you also don't have straight tattoo to your forehead.
Oh, fucking hell, wait 1 sec.
Yeah, do you remember the thing where Chloe has a shopping room? I can't remember if you were there for that or not.
No, I wasn't there for that.
No. She said that she didn't have a shopping room, which was a ridiculous thing to say. I'm going to ignore that. And I'm not letting her forget it. In 3 years or whatever, when this is over and she can come over again, I'm going to have Matthew set up an actual shop.
Oh yeah, I was there for you telling Matthew that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of brilliant. You should definitely do that.
You should get a few of us. You should get a few of us there as well, each with their own shop in different rooms.
Yeah. I think I've only got. I think I'll just use it and then
different shop every time.
I'll have David selling fish and whatever. Matthew selling electrical equipment because he's got loads of that. You can sell leather accessories.
I can sell the paper that's still in your house for.
I'll have you come around and sell all items. I'll have literally all my friends in my house selling various different things. I told her I had a fucking supermarket in my house.
Fucking hell. It's gonna be like the fucking Chaz demilitarized zone. Just fucking crop up shops selling trash.
Oh, that's such a good meme, that's so good. Everything I read about that is so hilarious.
Oh, I know, man. It's like,
It's like an actual parody of... It's like an actual parody of what like right-wingers say they'll do. It's great.
The gardens were fucking hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
because like I was just watching people take the piss, and then there was one where it was just a fucking flower pot that was turned up, and then they just planted fucking seeds into it, but they didn't dig down. They just put the soil on the grass,
Yeah.
and then just expected shit to grow through that instead of digging out a plot and anything. They don't have a clue.
They are legitimately doing. If right-wing extremists were going to make a television show taking the piss out of left-wing extremists, and the premise is that they start their own zone in America, that would be the parody that they do. Like, they are living the parody that right-wing extremists would do about them, and that's hilarious to me.
It's fucking brilliant. And the whole like signs where it's like blacks only garden and shit like that. Oh my god. Like,
what happens when you eradicate from culture things like that? They forget that was an actual thing that existed that they fought against.
yeah. Blacks only. And it's just like, hey, remember like 40 years ago when it was whites only and that was a bad thing? Hey,
Hey, Di, I've
history
ended
repeating
homeless
itself.
and I've ended race riots. Yay.
Give it time.
I'm not shocked yet.
They'll get back to you. They'll eat you alive.
I do need
Oh,
to
and and it was there was a guy interviewing on the scene, and he was just taking a piss about like the first things they did when they were setting it up. They were like, okay, so setting up Chaz, your own independent country, what are you gonna need? Strong borders. So straight away they built a wall.
Yeah.
And then you need protection, armed guards, armed security force straight away. Like everything that they're criticizing Trump for and trying to stand against, they can't. They can't live their own fucking, like, they can't practice what they preach. They can't do it, and it's hilarious because it's
almost as if having borders and having a clear separation between countries is a good thing.
Oh man,
And
the fucking the mayor as well. She has to resign after this shit. Like, you know the mayor of the place.
Oh, the actual like zone that they're
Yeah, the mayor of I can't remember what the place is called. What's the mayor's name? Not Chaz. So the mayor of the area, like I think about 3-4 days ago, she was like, "Oh, there's nothing to worry about. Trump's, overhyping it. It's load of nonsense. We can have the summer of love and all this shit." She's literally saying that, and they're fucking basically rioting, and they've just occupied the zone. And then I think when the shooting happened about 2 days ago, over the weekend I think it was, then she, on a dime, flipped the fucking message, and she was like, "I'm sending the police back in now," and they're gonna retake the precinct.
News article says officials announced on Monday. They begin to dismantle 6 blocks of occupied streets known as Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, or Chaz, following 2 shootings at the site in 48 hours. So literally turned on her heel instantly after it got violent. Because up until that point, it was like stupid, but not necessarily violent or whatever.
Think and robbed and reports of rape and everything, like just absolute anarchy. But as soon as I think the guns went off, that's when they started to go a bit wonky. But like, what they expect? Like, there's no police. There's people that can just take what they want. If they accuse someone of stealing, instead of having any evidence, they just say, "Oh, he stole," and then a mob will come over and beat the shit out of someone. Like, God alive, they're fucking anarchists. Like, but you know what scares me the most? All these are precursors leading up to World War. Because every time in history you look back exact same fucking things happen.
That's what I was saying to I don't remember who I was saying it to, but like history has a pattern, but it always follows you.
Yeah.
You.
History always follows a pattern, and if you study history at all, like even slightly, you can for example, if I study I've studied some like black rights, how they became oppressed to normalized, and I can apply most of that to gay rights or to trans rights or to whatever else a marginalized group, because it always follows the same pattern. There's years of being oppressed, then there's a silent minority, then a silent majority, then there's one really vocal person which sparks other vocal persons and demonstrations, then change, then slow acceptance by the rest. Like that's what Martin Luther King and the blacks, it was the whatchamacallit with the gays. That's always what it does.
Yeah.
So
all the time.
And you can see the same with war and stuff. Don't worry about what, and then
that's the bit. But I suppose what kind of makes it alright, well not alright, but is that the likely candidate is China for the next war.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like India, China, Australia, Japan, America, Russia even will just all be kind of fighting against each other, and then obviously we'll jump in, but hopefully it won't mount to soil on our side, because I think it's going to be mostly on the grounds of China, and then areas like India and whatnot. Then that's where I think it's going to kind of go off. It's really fucking chaotic, though. I got to be honest. And it's very concerning. But this again, it leads into the instability that we've seen over the last few months, with the virus literally fucking everything up. It's put America on the back foot right now. They look so fucking weak. Like, compared to how America looks normally, or even just 12 months ago, to compared to now, it's such a turnaround. We got a country on fire that's usually the peacekeepers of the world. Like, China won't do fuck all if they think America is going to breathe on them. But now, they got their own problems back home, and they're having a real fucking hard time. So, that's why you have China making steps in Hong Kong, just annexing it, just no problem, no business, fucking, and all these other things. It's crazy. It is one big plan. It's not coincidence.
Ooh, I got to the election, guys.
One turn left until the vote.
Losing. I think I've lost.
Did you lose?
Yeah, I had 32% of the vote, 23% was non-voters, and 45% was the opposition. So I didn't lose by a massive amount.
That's pretty damn good. Yeah, it's better than what I did.
I mean, I got rid of a lot of the red things as well. Oh. Time to stop playing this game forever now.